everyone, so for today's video I'm going to be starting a project 10 uses, and I was doing a project 50 uses, but I found that that was kind of unrealistic and I was just going to kind of be stuck with using those products for a really long time and not getting use out of the other products in my collection. So I wanted to switch to a project 10 uses just so that I'm rotating through my products a bit more. So I'm going to be kind of updating you on the project 50 uses. So I'm keeping all those products in this project until I use them 10 times, and then I'll be rolling them out. So I'm just going to start with all of the products that are still currently in the project. So the first one is the Morphe and James Charles palette, and I find that it's the hardest for me to use eyeshadow palettes. Like, if I were to use this 50 times, it would literally be in here for probably the next year or even longer than that, because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. And I also have my palette of the month that I'm doing, so I like to get a lot of use out of my palette of the month. So I mostly just stick to my palette of the month, but this is what this palette looks like, and I'm sure all of you have seen this, but it's just like a rainbowy palette. And I did use this 2 times so far, so I do have to use it 8 more times to get 10 uses. But the eyeshadow palettes are probably the one that are going to be in here the longest. And I also have another eyeshadow palette in this project. This is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and this is a really pretty, more summery palette. And I do really love this palette, but I used this 3 times so far, so I kind of got I got a little bit of use out of these. And after I roll those eyeshadow palettes out, I might roll 1 back in, but I probably won't have more than 2 in this project because I have my palette of the month, like I said, and I'm also doing Shop My Stash, so there's some eyeshadow palettes in that too that I want to get use out of. The next product is this Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow. So this is just like a little mini bronzer and highlight duo. And I did use this 6 times, so I have been getting use out of this, so I'm just going to continue to use this, and I'll probably roll this out next time. The next product is this pigment I chose from Colourpop, and it's in the shade Redzone, and I have used this 3 times, so we're making progress on this. And then I also have 2 liquid shadows here from Stila. These are both glitter and glows. This one is in the shade Enchantress, and this one is Rose Gold Retro. So I have been trying to use these, and I kind of counted these as one product. So I'm going to use each of these 10 times together. So I have used these 5 times now, so I'm halfway there. But after I roll these out, I'll probably just roll 1 more Stila Glitter and Glow in, because I do have a few more of these, and I want to get use out of my single liquid shadows. So those are all the products that I'm keeping in from my Project 50 uses. And then I'm also going to show you the products that I already used at least 10 times. So the first one is this Becca Jaclyn Hill face palette, and this is discontinued. It was limited edition. It came out with their collaboration, obviously. And I do really love this face palette. I used it 11 times, so I'm going to be rolling this out, and I'll be rolling in another face palette. Another product I used 10 times is this Laura Mercier highlight, and this used to be like a cult classic. It's a really natural, really pretty highlight. The next product I actually got a lot of use out of. It's this Colourpop blush sticks in the shade Aloha, and I did use this 18 times. I would use it under my foundation, doing like the reverse foundation technique where you put like cream blush and bronzer underneath your foundation, and it just kind of gives that really pretty natural look. And then another product I did that same technique with is this liquid highlighter from Cover FX. These are in the shade Moonlight, and I really love these. They're super intense, and I did use this 10 times. And then the last product I used 10 times is this Colourpop lip gloss in the shade Moonchild. This was one of their collaborations with Kathleen Lights. It's just a really pretty nude color, and this is super old, and it's kind of like smelling weird and not very good. So I will probably end up decluttering this, but I will have a declutter video up soon, so stay tuned for that. Now the new products I'm going to be rolling in. First is this face palette from Makeup Geek. This is the Fair Lady face palette, and they have these palettes in all different shade ranges. It goes from like fair to deep, so that's really good, and I haven't gotten much use out of this at all. I don't think I've even used it once, so I'm really excited to get some more use out of this. Then I'm also going to be rolling in another Makeup Geek product. I didn't do that on purpose, but this is the Kathleen Lights highlighter palette, and I'm pretty sure this is also discontinued, but this just has some really pretty shades in it, and this color might be too deep for me, but it also might work, or I could use it as like an eyeshadow, so we'll see how that works. But I do really love these two highlighters, and I haven't gotten much use out of this yet. Next, I'm going to be rolling in this Laura Geller blush in the shade Tropic Hues, and this came in a BoxyCharm. It's just a really pretty, more glowy blush. And I'm also going to be rolling in a cream blush. This is the Nudestix Nudies all over face color in the shade Sunkissed. So this is just a little sample size, but it's more of like a blush bronzery color. So I will probably use this underneath my foundation doing that same technique, because that's usually how I like to use my cream products. And then the last product I'm going to be rolling in is this Tarteist lip paint in the shade Strike Gold. So this is just a really pretty gloss, and I haven't used this really much at all, but it came in a BoxyCharm, so I'm excited to get more use out of this and also to get use out of all of these products. So that's it for this kind of update slash intro. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have my Project 50 Uses kind of intro linked if you're interested in that. I will also have all my playlists linked down below, so you guys can go watch those. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so stay tuned for those. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.